Hi, and welcome to Your Truth Explored, the podcast where we unpack your truths to bring clarity, understanding, and insight into what lies ahead. My name is Rodney Reynders. Welcome back to Your Truth Explored, and today I want to spend some time exploring something that sounds simple, yet quietly shapes almost every meaningful change we experience in life. It's the discipline of consistency, and we explored it in Thought for the Day 267, where we spoke about how many people set goals with sort of genuine enthusiasm, yet they struggle to maintain momentum when progress feels slow. They start strong, they feel motivated, they imagine that better future, but when result does not show up quickly, doubt begins to whisper. Old habits start calling, comfort starts to feel more appealing than growth, and slowly, almost without noticing, people drift back to where they started. Often, they assume the problem is motivation. But what I've learned both personally and professionally is that motivation is not the engine for long-term change. Consistency is. Motivation is emotional. It rises and falls based on mood, sleep, stress, weather, relationships, and circumstances. If we wait to feel motivated before taking action, progress becomes unpredictable. Some days we move forward, some days we do nothing, some days we move backwards. Consistency, however, is behavioural. It's a choice, not a feeling. And this distinction matters because feelings are unstable, choices are trainable. Most people overestimate what they can do in a single burst of effort and underestimate what can be achieved through repeated small actions over time. We fall in love with intensity, big pushes, radical overhauls, all or nothing plans. But intensity burns fast, consistency burns slow, and slow burning change is what lasts. Most transformations do not happen on our best days. It happens on our ordinary days. Days when nothing exciting occurs, and when progress feels invisible, and days where you wonder if this is even working. Those are the days that shape the future. We often think success is created by big breakthroughs, but big breakthroughs are usually built on months or years of quiet repetition. Think about it. The musician doesn't wake up one day suddenly skilled, or the athlete doesn't become strong from one workout. And the confident person, he also didn't wake up one morning with confidence. They showed up, they practiced, they repeated behaviors, and that slowly changed who they became. Consistency works, even when you cannot feel it working. That is its magic. For me, the value became personal when I started paying attention to which season of my life created the most meaningful results. It was not the season where everything felt easy. It was not the season where I felt inspired every day. It was the season where I simply kept showing up. Sometimes reluctantly, sometimes imperfectly, sometimes with doubt, but I still showed up. And I noticed something interesting. The days that felt most insignificant at the time were often the ones laying the strongest foundation. Consistency taught me that I do not need to feel ready to act. I do not need to feel confident to begin. I simply need to honor my commitment. And each time I did, something subtle happened. My trust in myself grew, not dramatically, not loudly, but quietly. I stopped needing external validation as much, and I stopped relying so heavily on emotional highs. I became more grounded. Consistency did not change what I achieved. It had changed who I believed myself to be. Here's a powerful reframe. Consistency is not about achieving outcomes. It is about shaping identity. Every time you show up, you cast a vote for the type of person you're becoming. The person who follows through, the person who keeps promises, the person who can be relied upon. Over time, your identity begins to shift. Instead of saying, I am trying to be disciplined, you start to say, I am someone who shows up. This matters because behavior naturally aligns with identity. When you see yourself as consistent, future actions require less internal negotiation. You no longer debate with yourself as much. You simply do what aligns with who you are becoming. This is why consistency feels hard at first but easier later. At the beginning, you're acting against the old identity. Later, you're acting in alignment with the new one. Small actions succeed where big plans fail because they lower resistance. They do not overwhelm our nervous system. They do not trigger avoidance. They feel manageable. And manageable actions get done. A 5-minute walk beats an unused gym membership. 1 page of reading beats a book that never gets opened. 1 mindful breath beats waiting for the perfect meditation session. Small actions create momentum. Momentum creates confidence, and confidence fuels consistency. This becomes a self-reinforcing loop, not because the actions are impressive, but because they are repeatable. Repeatable actions change lives. And this is important to remember. Consistency does not mean never missing a day. It means returning everyone's slips. Everyone has days where they do not show up. The danger is not missing one. The danger is using a miss as proof that you are failing. The story kills consistency. The healthier story is, I missed yesterday. Today I'll return. No drama, no punishment, no self-attack. Consistency thrives in the environment of self-respect. Harshness may produce short-term compliance. Self-compassion produces long-term change. Be firm with your commitments, but gentle with yourself. Both are required. Choose one goal that matters to you. Not 10, not 5, 1. Define the smallest daily action connected to that choice. Ask yourself, what is the version of this that I cannot talk myself out of? Commit to doing it for 7 days. Track it. Not to judge yourself, but to build awareness. Notice how it feels to show up, how your self-talk changes, how your confidence shifts. Celebrate completion, not perfection. Completion, that's the metric. Consistency is quiet. It rarely looks impressive, but it is one of the most loving things you can offer yourself. You do not need to become someone else. You do not need to overhaul your life overnight. You only need to take the next small step and then repeat it. If you would like personalized support in building consistency, creating simple structures, and developing sustainable momentum, I would love to support you through that process. Here at Your Truth Services, we really believe that music embeds these truths into our psychology. And I will encourage you to add it to your playlist so that when you hear the song, it triggers these thought patterns. So join me now as we listen to the song Consistency, My Choice.
In the stillness of the morning light, I hear the whispers, the hope ignites, planting seeds in the fertile ground. One choice at a time, I'm gaining ground. With every sunrise, a promise renewed. Though the path may seem long, I'm not subdued. I lay each brick with intention and care, building my dreams, even when it feels bare. So I show up again today, one small step every day. Through the doubts and the dark, I'll find my way. With every heartbeat a chance to sway. Sometimes it feels like I'm standing still, but roots run deep and they bend to my will. Even when the world seems to move on, my quiet persistence is where I belong. Those setbacks come and try to steal my grace. I embrace the struggle I choose to face. I'm weaving the fabric of who I'll become. With patience and courage, I'll rise like the sun. So I show up again today, one small step every day. Through the doubts and the dark, I'll find my way. With every heartbeat a chance to sway. In the silence, I learn to trust the value of steps when the road feels tough. promotes my resolve, a gentle reminder I'm destined to evolve, like dawn breaking softly over the hills. Each flicker of hope my heart gently fills. In the tapestry woven with threads of gold, it's the mundane moments that truly unfold. So let's celebrate growth, the small and the slow. The changes are mountains, we gradually grow. I won't seek perfection, just embrace the day. Returning again, I'll continue to sway. So I show up again today, one small step every day. Through the doubts and the dark, I'll find my way. With every heartbeat a chance to sway. As the light softly dims, I stand feeling strong. For the journey I walk is my heart's sweet song. With each small action, my spirit will rise. In this rhythm of life, my dreams touch the sky.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Your Truth Explored. If today's episode resonated with you, please take a moment to follow the podcast and share it with someone who might benefit from the conversation. Your support helps these messages reach the people who need them most. If you enjoyed the song featured on this episode, you can stream it and our other songs on all major music platforms just by searching Rodney Reynders under Artists. And if you'd like to explore your own truths more deeply, you're welcome to connect with me at yourtruthservices.com.au about a coaching or counseling booking, and many of our other resources are available there too. Until next time, take care and stay connected to your truth.